And hello everybody and welcome to Greenville Senior High School, Versailles against the Green Wave of Greenville. We are just about ready for action and are underway as the Wave control the tip. That's Ashley Brown with it. Gives it out top to Cami Shalekti. Run down the starters here momentarily as soon as we can. Aaron Caudill with it. Gives a baseline to Casey Terrell. Back to Caudill. Brown with it out top. It's Caudill to Brown. Shalekti pulls up for the jumper. Will not go. The rebound is to Bargy for the Tigers. She'll get it across midcourt. Top of the key. Pulls up. Gives to Stammen. Into Sabroff. Sabroff can't get it to go, and the rebound is to the Wave. Cami Shalekti, the lob goes to Kim Baker. Audio back to Shalekti. Brown with it on the left wing. Out top to Shalekti. Fires for three, and it's good. Let's run down the starters here quickly tonight for the Tigers. Donita Sabroff, number 21. Kristen Stammen. Is number 25, Cherry Stauffer, and a turnover. Cherry Stauffer was wearing number 31. Julie Ratterman, number 34, and Sherry Bargy is number 34 for the Wave. Number 22, Ashley Brown, and Caudill is number 34. Kim Baker is number 42. Cami Shalekti, number 50, and Casey Terrell is number 52. That gives us to Terrell underneath, and she is going to be called for traveling. Bargy with the inbounds pass, and she'll work it across midcourt. 3-0 Wave leading this on the three-pointer by Cami Shalekti. Underneath all alone, and it will not go. Anita Sabroff could not get it to drop, but the putback, Julie Ratterman, and she is fouled. Casey Terrell whistled for the foul, so Ratterman will go to the line getting a pair. First free throw is good. .6:16 remaining, 3-1 is the score. Ratterman's second free throw, and it's also good. And the lead trimmed to 1, 3-2, and Ashley Brown will work it across midcourt. Caudill back to Brown. Left side. Shalekti. Baseline. Terrell. Terrell back to Shalekti. Shalekti fires for three. Will not go. Gets her own rebound. The putback is short. Caudill the rebound, and the reach-in foul is going to go against Versailles. 5:51 remains. Common foul. Donita Sabroff with the foul. Shalekti puts it in play. Give is to Terrell. Baker in the lane. Terrell on the baseline. In trouble. And the Tigers come out with it. Bargy races up court. Now pulls up. Stauffer with it right side. Tigers in a man-to-man. Ratterman. That is Bargy, right elbow of the free throw line, and it rattles through. And the Tigers with their first lead of the night. It's 4-3. Versailles enters this game third in the state in Division III. So the Tigers, or the Wave, will probably have their hands full tonight. Greenville enters tonight 4-9, a Division I team. Shalekti fires for three, won't go. The rebound is Caudill. Cross court, tipped out, intended for Terrell. Bargy with it, left side wing. Ratterman cannot get it to go, and a foul is going to be called on Sabroff. That is her second foul, and the second foul against Versailles. 4-3 Tigers by a point. Brown gives it to Cadill, back to Brown. The lob. Terrell lays it off the glass and good. Well, that gives Greenville a 5-4 lead right now as we approach the 4-minute mark. 4:15 remains. Bargy gives it to Sabroff. Stauffer to Ratterman. Low post, back to Stauffer. Out top it goes to Bargy. It's deflected away, but Bargy comes back with it. Stammen gives it to Ratterman in the corner. Bargy with it. Inside, Ratterman will not go. Terrell grabs the rebound. Quickly out to Cadill. Cadill pulls up, gives it to Brown. That is Shilekti with it. Left side wing. Out top it goes to Brown again. Cadill. Back to Brown out top. Shilekti for three, and it's good. Eight 4 is the score. Two teams, a common opponent. Fort Recovery. It's deflected away. Ratterman comes up with the loose ball. Gives it back to Stauffer. Bargy with it out top. We'll get into the Fort Recovery game momentarily. Or games. 5-second count. That will give it to the Greenville on the turnover. Versailles defeating Fort Recovery in overtime. 54-48 as Brown finally gets it across. Brown gives it to Shilekti. Shilekti with 6 of the 8 here tonight. Terrell with the other 2. Baker lays it up short. Stammen the rebound for the Tigers. Gives it to Bargy. Greenville, on the other hand, a 57-42 winner over Fort Recovery. That's a game we did. Baker grabs the rebound. Shilekti works it across midcourt. Wave leading this by 4. 8-4 is the score. Well, the pass intended for Brown, and it is deflected, and it is out of bounds. It'll be Versailles' ball. Sabroff will put it in play to Bargy. Bargy underneath Sabroff again. This time lays it up for 2. 8-6. Versailles trims it to a 2-point ball game. Shilekti with it near side. On the wing. That's Cadill on the right side rather. Versailles in a 2-3 zone, and it's a defense they've played for years. Shilekti in the paint. And it's back to a 4-point lead for the Wave. 10-6, a minute 20 remaining. Bargy with it. Takes it left side, lays it off the glass and good. Nobody picked her up. Running down the left side of the lane. And it's a 2-point game again. 10-8. Brown gives it to Shilekti. And it's deflected out of bounds off of Versailles. A minute 1 remains here in the opening quarter. Greenville by a basket. Brown gives it to Cadill. Back to Brown out top. Right side, that's Cadill. Back to Brown, now Shilekti with it. Looked inside, but nothing there. Back out top, Brown. Shilekti to Terrell. Underneath Baker, fakes up and good. And the lead is back to 4 with 35 seconds remaining. 12-8 Greenville. Bargy gives it to Ratterman. That is Amy Yakis with the ball. And Krista Hemmelgarn gets the basket, and with 15 seconds, the Wave with a chance to add to a 2-point lead. 12-10. Brown. The give is to Caudill. Terrell. They need to get a shot off. Caudill out top, and the shot at the buzzer will not go. The Wave lost track of time. And after one, it's Greenville by a basket, 12-10 over Versailles.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Krista Hemmelgarn puts it in play to Sherry Bargy as the second quarter is underway. A lob underneath, and the basket is good. Kristen Stammen with the basket. And we're knotted up at 12. Brown gives it to Shilekti. Back out top to Brown. Left side wing to Shilekti once again. Terrell, the baseline jumper, can't get it. Baker, the putback, and it's good. And the lead to Greenville, 14-12. Bargy gives it to Stammen, and it's deflected away by Baker, intended for Yakos. Yakas. Inside, Ratterman, the inbounds pass, and we're knotted up at 14 again. Brown, Caudill on the right side wing. Back out top to Brown. Terrell to Baker, off the glass, leaves it strong. Brown the rebound, the putback is good. Greenville hitting the boards here tonight offensively, and they lead it by 2, 16-14. And carrying the ball, that's going to give it a turnover, gives it back to Greenville. 6.5 minutes remain. 16-14, the Wave leading this. Brown fires from inside the arc, it's good, and the Wave lead is 4. Stammen, the inbounds pass, back to Bargy, and she'll get it across midcourt. Bargy gives it to Hemmelgarn. Ratterman back to Hemmelgarn. And a reach-in foul, that's going to go on Terrell. That is her second. Common foul, only the team's second foul, 5:59 remaining. And it's the Wave 18, Versailles 14. America Hoyt in the game as that shot by Stammen rattles around and finally falls off, in Greenville with a chance to take their biggest lead of the night. Hoyt. Cross court it goes to Caudill. Baseline Baker. Back to Hoyt. Hoyt goes baseline, pulls up and tries to get it into Baker. Loose ball. And on the alternating possession, it'll stay with the Wave. 5:34 remains, 18-14. Greenville by 4. Caudill puts it in play to Shalecki. Brown, the wing jumper, will not go. And the rebound is to Stammen. Stammen races up. Gives it to Angela Stuckey. And the foul is going to be called on Greenville. That it was Baker whistled for the foul. A common foul still. 5:21 remaining. The pass inside. That is Stauffer with the basket. Before the game and talking with Tiger head coach Bargy, unsure Stauffer was going to play. Has had a bug. Baseline jumper will not go, and Stammen dishes it out to Bargy. Bargy quickly to Stauffer. Stauffer with the basket. And the 4-point lead has disappeared. We are knotted up at 18 apiece. 4:45 remaining, second quarter. Hoyt gives it to Brown. Brown to Hoyt. Baker. A pass intended for Caudill. It's intercepted by Stammen. Stammen pulls up and tries to find Stuckey, but Hoyt steps in and picks up the interception, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Stauffer. .4:15 remains. The pass into Baker. Baker. And it's deflected out of bounds. It'll be Green Wave ball. Greenville will put it in play in front of the Versailles bench. Hoyt pulls up. The high arching jumper will not go. Stauffer. And traveling is going to be called. The turnover gives it back to Greenville with 3:50 remaining. Caudill with it, back out top to Brown. Brown pulls up the jumper for 3 and nails it. 21-18. Green Wave by 3 right now. Hemmelgarn, Lindsay Hemmelgarn to Stammen. Stauffer with it, back to Stammen. Hemmelgarn, Lindsay cannot get it to go, and a reach-in foul is going to go against Stammen. Common foul. The Wave will put it in play under the Versailles basket. Caudill had Baker but could not get it to her in time and lost the passing lane. Caudill to Baker, off the glass, good. And Greenville with a 5-point lead, 23-18. 3 minutes exactly. Stammen to Hemmelgarn. That is Stauffer. And Brown with the steal. Brown lays it up, will not go. Baker the rebound, the putback won't go. And an over the back is going to be called. Well, the Wave with a couple of opportunities, could not cash in. Chance to take a 7-point lead, but unfortunately for Greenville fans, could not do so. 23-18, 2:47 remains. Second quarter of play. Well, as we said, a common opponent between these two teams, Fort Recovery. Fort Recovery, the only team that has, well, point blank, they've scored the most points against Versailles, 48. The steal, Hoyt, and it is deflected away. Hoyt lost control. Stauffer with the loose ball. In some trouble. Finally gets it off to Bargy. And 10 seconds. Well, the turnover gives it back to Greenville. 23-18 with 2:21 remaining. Caudill puts it in play. The give is to Brown. Out top it goes to Hoyt. Hoyt, she's inside the line. A two-pointer. 25-18. The lead is 7. Hoyt's foot was right on the line, therefore a 2-point shot instead of 3. Bargy. That is Hemmelgarn. Bargy from just atop the free throw line, can't get it to drop. Stammen with the steal, gives it to Bargy. Well, a minute 45 remaining, the lead is 7. Greenville on a 7-0 run, whistle and carrying the ball, it'll be a turnover. Brown gets it across midcourt. Versailles getting out of the 2-3. They are in a man-to-man right now. Hoyt. Underneath. Katie Stump in the ballgame, has it deflected away. Versailles with it as Hemmelgarn gets it across midcourt. Greenville in a man-to-man as well. Stammen, the baseline jumper, will not go. Caudill tips it out, grabs it, dishes it back to Brown. And Brown, with 1 minute, gets it across midcourt. And again, Versailles out of their usual 2-3 zone defense, playing man-to-man right now. Stump gives it to Hoyt. Hoyt wanted to shoot, but then thought better of it. And it's through Caudill's fingers. And a turnover with 31 ticks remaining here. Second quarter, 25-18. Bargy will work it across midcourt. With the Wave. Loose ball, and it's Hemmelgarn that finally dishes it off to Stauffer. Stammen from the free throw line, good. And the Wave need to hurry to get it down court. Less than 5 seconds. Loose ball. Brown does not get a shot off, but neither does Bargy as she came up with the loose ball. We have reached halftime here at Greenville Senior High School, where the Wave lead the number 3 team in the state in Division III, 25-20.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. by Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
25-20 is the score. Greenville leading this over the Versailles Tigers. My name is Mark Bixler. This video being produced by Bixler Video Productions. Ratterman with the ball inside, loses it. Shalecki the rebound, gives it to Brown. Brown across midcourt. Right side it goes to Shalecki. Greenville a very young team, at least on the court right now. Only one senior. Caudill gives it to Terrell. Terrell looks inside, back to Caudill. That is Shalecki, and she gets the basket. It's a 7-point Wave lead, 27-20. Bargy gives it to Sabroff, back out top to Bargy. Underneath, intended for either Ratterman or Stammen. I don't think they knew which one, and that's why it went out of bounds. Brown gives it to Caudill, back out top to Brown. Top of the key, back to Caudill. Brown with it, goes back to Caudill. Baker with it from the free throw line. That is Shalecki for three, leaves it long. The rebound is to Stauffer. Bargy with it, left side top. Greenville with three sophomores, a freshman, and a senior in the starting lineup. Stammen, the baseline jumper, cannot get it, and it's out of bounds off of the Wave. It'll go to Versailles. 6:27 remaining, 27-20 Greenville. Bargy puts it in play. Underneath, that's Stammen. She puts it off the glass for two. Brown across midcourt. Right side it goes to Shalecki. Out top to Brown. Brown to Shalecki. She fires for three. Will not go. Ratterman the rebound. Bargy across midcourt. Under 6 minutes remaining, third quarter. Bargy gives it to Sabroff. That's Ratterman from the free throw line, and it will not go. Shalecki races up court, pulls up, dishes it off. Versailles fans wanting traveling, but she was able to get rid of it before that. Underneath, the pass intended for Terrell, and it's intercepted by Ratterman. Bargy to Stammen, the baseline. Back to Bargy in the paint. Ratterman pulls up for the jumper. Kisses it off the glass, won't go. The putback is no good, and they say it is Versailles' ball. 5:18 remaining, 27-22, Greenville by 5. Stauffer, Bargy, that is Stammen, and it will not go. The rebound is to Shalecki. Baker gives it to Brown, who gets it across midcourt. Stammen. Back out top to Brown. Brown to Shalecki. Tries to feed it inside to Baker, and it's deflected away by Sabroff. 2:53 remaining. It's a 5-point lead for Greenville. Caudill puts it in play. That's Terrell. She kisses it off the glass, and Greenville's lead is back to 7. 29-22. Bargy looks to penetrate the lane and dishes it underneath to Sabroff. And the lead is 5 again. Brown across midcourt to Caudill. Terrell with it on the baseline. Back to Caudill. Brown out top. Caudill again to Terrell on the baseline. Underneath to Baker. Baker fakes and goes up for 2 more. And Versailles' Tim Bargy wants a timeout. With 4:09 remaining, it's Greenville 31, Versailles 24.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Tigers put the ball in play, down by 7 right now, 31-24 rather. Bargy takes it left elbow, the free throw line. That is Stauffer on the right elbow. Back to Bargy. Her shot will not go, and a held ball, and the alternating possession goes to Greenville. Brown will get it across midcourt. Greenville a chance to take their biggest lead of the night. 7, their biggest lead thus far. Will not go, and Terrell is going to be called for over the back. That is her third. Krista Hemmelgarn re-enters the game for the Tigers. She'll get it across midcourt. Stammen with it on the right wing. Underneath it goes Ratterman to Stauffer. And a foul against Greenville. Shaletti whistled for that. Cherry Stauffer will go to the line with 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. First free throw is good, and it's a 6-point lead for the Tigers. For the Green Wave, the Tigers down by 6 rather. And it is in and out. The rebound is Stammen. Her shot doesn't go. The Wave get it out, and Shaletti across midcourt. Brown with it to Hoyt. Back out top to Brown. Hoyt gets it into Shaletti underneath Baker, and it's deflected away. Still a loose ball, and the Tigers come out with it. Krista Hemmelgarn, and it's off of Greenville. It'll be Versailles' ball. 3:07 remains, 31-25. Greenville by 6. Sabroff, right wing. Ratterman on the baseline. Up top, Krista Hemmelgarn. Brings it left side. That's Stammen. Ratterman back to Stammen. Tries to go inside and a reach-in foul against Greenville. Shilekti, that is her second. Stammen will put the ball in play for Versailles. Ratterman. And it's deflected away. The pass down to Stammen. Now with it, Hemmelgarn. Sabroff to Stammen. Back to Sabroff. Stammen underneath Ratterman. Sabroff chases down the loose ball. Stammen back to Sabroff. Hemmelgarn, Sabroff with it out top. Stammen for three. Hoyt the rebound and the wave. She holds it up for Greenville. A wise decision. Brown will set it up. Hoyt to Brown. Back to Hoyt. Sails back to that 2-3 zone. Hoyt pulls up. The left-hander's jumper will not go. Stauffer grabs the rebound. Stammen gives it to Krista Hemmelgarn. Hemmelgarn goes baseline, cut off by Caudill. That's Hemmelgarn, or rather Ratterman. Back to Stammen. Ratterman. Hemmelgarn. Stammen. Ratterman goes down the lane, pulls up, kisses it off the glass, and let's see, she's going to go to the line getting a pair. And Baker whistled for the foul against the Wave. Julie Ratterman will go to the line, getting two. 31-25, a minute 11 remains. First free throw is good, 31-26. We're in the third quarter. My name is Mark Bixler, and this video being produced by M. Bixler Video Productions.
Come on, Bill, let's go.
Second free throw is also good, and the 7-point lead just moments ago is now 4. That foul against Baker, her third. Brown thought about taking the three. That is inside to Shilekti, and a reach-in foul. Yakas with the foul. Shilekti gives it to Brown. 54 seconds remaining. Third quarter of play, 4-point lead for Greenville. Shilekti back out to Brown. Left side top. The give is to Hoyt. Hoyt back to Brown. Caudill gives it back to Brown. 30 seconds remains. Hoyt gives it to Shilekti. Shilekti to Brown. And the Wave working the clock, and a steal. Sabroff gives it to Stammen. Stauffer fires, will not go. The putback, Sabroff, and the foul against Shilekti, and that is number 3. So with 2 seconds for Sales, with a chance to trim this lead to a 2-point game. It was 31-24 just moments ago, a 3-point game now. Sales with the last 4 points. Second free throw will not go. Caudill the rebound, and that is going to be it. 3 quarters in the books. It's now a 3-point game. Greenville 31, Versailles 28.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent, Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
When we head to the final 8 minutes, a 3-point game, 31-28. It'll be Versailles ball. We were hoping for a good one, and we've been granted our wish. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you as this video being produced by Bixler Video Productions. Bargy gives it off to Stahman, right side, back to Bargy. Right side, Bargy goes baseline, fires the jumper. It's good. It's a 1-point game, 31-30. Versailles on a 6-0 run. Brown gets it back. Now a 5-on-3 as Caudill fires, leaves it short. Hoyt the rebound. And a foul is called against Sabroff. A common foul. Greenville will put it in play under their own basket. They lead it by 1. 7:26 remaining. 31-30. Caudill puts it in play. Out to Hoyt. Hoyt to Shilekti. In some trouble. Gets it back out to Hoyt. Hoyt in the paint. Shilekti gets the basket. And if you're patient enough, good things come. 33-30. Greenville finally ends that 6-0 run. The lead back to 3. Stauffer, the baseline jumper, spins out. Loose ball. Brown chases it down. A 2-on-1. Underneath it goes to Hoyt. Hoyt pulls up, leaves it strong. But Terrell chases it down in the corner, gets it off to Caudill. Shilekti will set it up. Gives it to Hoyt. Versailles again out of the 2-3 zone. Underneath, intended for Caudill, and it's off of Versailles. It remains Greenville ball. 6:21 remaining. Caudill puts it in play for Greenville. Ahead by a tray. Got to get it in close to the 5-second count, but gets it in time. Hoyt. And the paint, gives it off to Brown. Brown, the baseline jumper, will not go. Stahman grabs the rebound. Versailles again a chance to pull to within a point, maybe tie it even on a 3-pointer. Bargy underneath the Ratterman, the baseline jumper, leaves it short. Shilekti with the rebound. Shilekti will pull it up, gives it to Hoyt. Hoyt in the paint. That's Caudill with it, right side wing. Stauffer steps in with the steal. Pulls up for the jumper, will not go. Sabroff the rebound, and the foul is called on Brown. 5:34 remains. 3-point lead. Anita Sabroff at the line. Will get two. Kim Baker re-entering the game for the Wave. First free throw is good. The lead is down to 2. Second free throw is also good. The lead is 1. Brown, the inbounds pass. Versailles applying full court pressure. Baker gives it to Hoyt. Hoyt back to Baker. Shilekti as they work it across midcourt. Shilekti works her way through a jam, gives it to Terrell. Terrell on the baseline. The jumper leaves it short. And Versailles with an opportunity to take the lead. Sabroff underneath. Stammen leaves it short. Baker the rebound and a reach-in foul against Stauffer. It looks like Versailles in a 2-2-1 full court press. 5 minutes exactly left. The lead is 1 for the Wave. Brown tries to get it across. And the foul against Versailles. Still a common foul. Aaron Caudill will put it in play for Greenville. Terrell tries to go underneath to Caudill, and it's intercepted, trying to force something that really wasn't there. Bargy, again, Versailles an opportunity to take the lead. Sabroff. Back out to Bargy. 4.5 minutes remaining. A 1-point lead for the for Greenville rather. Versailles down by 1, and Stauffer's shot does not drop. Again, the Wave with the ball, a 1-point lead. That's Caudill with it. Brown, right side to Hoyt. Hoyt to Baker. Caudill, loose ball, and Caudill wins the battle. Brown with it on the wing. Under 4 minutes remaining. Versailles playing pressure man-to-man defense. Caudill back to Brown. And Greenville's Rick Hickman wants to take a timeout. It's a 20-second timeout. 3:43 remaining. It's a 1-point lead for the Wave. 33-32. Greenville with 6 fouls, meaning Versailles is in the 1-1 from here on out. Versailles with only 14 fouls, so they still have 2 fouls to commit before it would be on the 7th that Greenville would be then in the bonus. So that could work out to their disadvantage. However, if they would happen to get the lead, Tim Bargy wanting over and back on that inbounds pass, but there is no possession. And traveling is called against Greenville. Amy Shilekti re-enters the ball game for Greenville, replacing Hoyt. So again, an opportunity. Stammen and Terrell with the block. Bargy will put it in play. They give it to Stauffer. The wing jumper does not go. The rebound is Caudill. Again, Versailles applying pressure. Shilekti works it across midcourt. Baker to Caudill. They look inside, nothing there. Across court to Shilekti. Underneath Baker, the jumper will not go. Ratterman with the rebound. Well, the Wave could not get it to drop. With 2:45 remaining, it's still a 1-point game, 33-32. Underneath, off of Ratterman. Greenville ball, 2:38 remains. Brown works it slowly, gives it to Baker. Caudill with it as they get it across the midcourt stripe. Brown with it out top. And Caudill steps on the line. It'll be Versailles' ball. Erica Hoyt returning, replacing Aaron Caudill. Stammen puts it in play, gives it to Bargy. Stammen to Ratterman, back to Stammen. Out top it goes to Bargy. Bargy to Stammen. That's Stauffer, back to Stammen. Bargy to Stammen. Baseline or the wing jumper doesn't go. Shilekti chases it down. Gets it back, dribbles through some trouble. And loses the ball. Stammen pulls up for the jumper, does not go. Loose ball underneath. And it still will not go. And finally the putback by Stauffer. And that gives Versailles the lead, 34-33, a minute and a half remaining. Will Versailles remain undefeated? 13-0 as they enter tonight's game, ranked third in the state in Division 2 or Division 3 rather. A minute 24 remains. 34-33. Versailles with the lead.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
A minute 24 remains. Greenville will have the ball. They'll put it in play down on the baseline. Let's run through on the next possession change. Our next held ball, Greenville will get possession. Greenville with 6 fouls, meaning Versailles is in the bonus. Versailles with only 4. Meaning Greenville or Versailles still has to commit 3 before they would be in the bonus. Hoyt gives it back to Terrell. That is Shilekti. Brown with it on the right wing. Underneath it goes to Shilekti. Shilekti, it's tipped away. Loose ball. Hoyt chases it down, and a foul on Stammen. but only the 5th team foul. Still a common foul. 59 seconds remaining. And a timeout taken by the Versailles Tigers. 59 seconds remaining. It's Versailles 34, Greenville 33.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
(34-33), Versailles by 1. Greenville with the ball, Hoyt with it out top. Gives it to Brown, right side, back out top to Hoyt. Hoyt to Brown. Brown looks to go baseline, cut off, dishes it back out to Hoyt. Hoyt steps in the lane, fires a jumper, will not go. And a held ball. Guess who's it? It's going to go to Greenville. Shelechty gives it to Terrell. Terrell off the glass, will not go. Loose ball, and Shelechty is called for the foul. We're going to walk the length of the court. 36 seconds remain. 34-33, Versailles. Actually, it might not be such a bad, although her 4th foul, not such a bad foul because it does stop the clock. Well, Sherry Stoffer will be at the line, but a timeout taken. It is a full timeout, 36 seconds. It's still Versailles 34, Greenville 33.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Sherry Stoffer is at the line for Versailles with the 1-and-1. Stoffer eyes the basket. The first one is on the way, and it's good. 2-point lead, 35-33. She makes this. It gives them a 3-point lead. She's got it. 36-33, and Tim Bargy with another timeout. And another full timeout. 36 seconds remain. 36-33 Versailles.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
(36-34), Versailles by a tray right now as Brown gets it across midcourt, gives it to Hoyt. Hoyt underneath, tipped to Shilekti. Shilekti is pushed down, but actually for Versailles, Shilekti was not able to get into the shooting motion, so it'll be a common foul. .28 seconds remaining. 8 seconds click off the clock. The give is to Hoyt. Hoyt to Terrell, and they want to take a timeout. And a full timeout taken. 25 seconds remains. 36-33 Versailles. Still a lot of time remaining, 25 seconds. Baker takes the inbounds pass. The give is to Terrell. Terrell gives it to Hoyt. Baker gives it to Shilekti. 11 seconds. They've got to go for a three, and they take another timeout. Nothing there. Eight seconds remain. 36-33 Versailles.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
8 seconds remain. They've got to go for a three. Hoyt gives it to Baker. She's inside the arc. It is good, but that is it. They needed a three, and they only got a two. 36-35. Versailles remains undefeated in a thriller. Once again, from here at Greenville Senior High School, the final score, Greenville losing in a thriller to Versailles, 36-35. I'm Mark Bixler for M. Bixler Video Productions saying so long, everybody.